and hollow blocks nga, itong innovation natin for today. And hindi lang siya basta hollow blocks. I think itong topic natin for today, napapanahon nga siya. Kasi ngayong very wet season dito sa Pilipinas, kasi di ba ang seasons natin ay wet and very wet. Wet and dry. Ngayong wet season dito sa ating bansa. Isipin mo kung ikukumpara daw itong innovation natin for today ay kung ikukumpara siya sa standard concrete blocks, yung sa regular na hollow blocks, ay 64% lighter siya and 5 times stronger under pressure. And which makes it highly resistant to earthquakes and typhoons. Wow, very talaga siya, relevant, di ba? And bukod sa pagiging stable nito, yet lightweight ay eco-friendly din ito dahil gawa siya using organic binders.
Wow.
Plus, hindi na siya kailangan pa ng extra plastering or painting dahil nga sa pagkakagawa nito. Tapos, may napukita ko siya kung ano itsura niya. Parang Lego lang siya, partner. So, madali siyang pagpatupatungin dahil yung sa structure, sa design niya nga.
Parang puzzle, ano?
Parang puzzle. Ang cute nga eh. So, ayun po, para mas makilala pa po natin yung innovation na ito ay, ang kwento sa likod ng pagbuo nito ay ating pakinggan at panoorin ang isang maikling AVP na ipa-flash po namin and ipe-play.
As new skyscrapers rise in our skylines, greenhouse gases are rising along with it. This is because the production of cement, a major construction material, emits about 8% of the world's total carbon dioxide emissions. Proof of global warming's dire effects, an eco-friendly solution might be this Filipino invention. Invented by Dr. Ria Canlas, polite is a very tough material. Unlike cement, which is environmentally unsustainable, polite is made of eco-friendly and natural materials. Polite products are easy to install, very customizable, and extremely strong.
It's lightweight. I can even install it myself. This is waterproof, fire retardant. You cannot find in the market a similar product that is equipped with all of these properties.
Polite selfie tiles look hip and cool. Even Marriott Hotel thinks it's Insta-worthy. While Polite hollow blocks are so easy to install, it's like playing with Legos.
You can already select if you want the plain or the brick look or the tile look. You can even have a hollow block that has a printed design on it already. So that's giving your house instant aesthetics.
For its innovation, form, and function, Polite has been recognized with the Good Design Award Grand Prix as a promising solution for the country's housing gap. Strong, sustainable, aesthetic. Polite is ready to shake up the construction industry.
Alam mo, partner, saktong-sakto talaga yung innovation natin sa panahon ngayon. Lalo na nung mga nagdaang mga buwan, di ba? Sunod-sunod yung mga lindol na nangyari. At napanood natin nga, nasabi yung sa typhoon, in terms of typhoon, no?
Tsaka sa fire din, parang fire resistant siya.
Yes. Kaya naman kilalanan natin ang ating guest for today's episode. So she is a civil and materials engineer, inventor, patent professional, entrepreneur, academician, and science communicator. She is also recognized as a feminine genius ASEAN designer and woman in science. She is the founder and CEO of Polite Technology Incorporated, which is a DOST-funded technology company and has received prestigious innovation and design awards, including the 2019 Good Design Award Grand Prix Malasakit and the 2020 Alfredo M. Yao IP Award Grand Winner. So with 30 years of experience in the academic industry, she has held key leadership roles in innovation, entrepreneurship, and science and technology, including the National Innovation Council. She also leads organizations supporting Filipino inventors and grassroots innovation. Most recently, Dr. Canlas was crowned Mrs. Universe Philippines North Pacific Asia 2026. So, talagang wow na
Yes,
wow, no,
wow.
partner? Very impressive and of course, diverse yung achievements ng ating guest for today. Talagang hindi maikakailang beauty and brain si
Yes.
Dr. Ria. So, let's all give a warm welcome to the President of Paulite Technology Incorporated, Dr. Ria Liza C. Canlas. Hello po,
Good
Doc.
afternoon po, Doc. Good
Ayan.
afternoon po.
Yes,
Talagang very
Blessed
fresh and very
good
fresh
afternoon to you,
ang-
Diane and
Good afternoon
Lorraine.
po.
Good afternoon po.
Kumusta po ang weather dyan? Kumusta po kayo in general, Doc Ria?
Well, the weather in Manila right now is really very terrible. We are red alert. Almost flooded na sa paligid, no? But we are fine.
Yes po.
Ayan po. Kumusta naman po yung operations nyo po this past few days? Dahil po sa ating weather.
Of course, it's also challenging. Because may pasok, walang pasok, may pasok, walang pasok. So, very challenging times right now. Oo. Ramdam.
Opo, literal na pati baha ay talagang, ang weather ay ramdam sa kahit anong aspect ng ating day-to-day operations. So, for sure
Yes.
po, dahil 2 weeks po tayong, supposedly, no, last week pa po tayo nakapag-air, gaano po kayo ka-excited to share po your expertise, knowledge, and of course, yung mga nais nyo po pong i-share sa ating mga viewers and listeners for our episode? Gaano po kayo ka-excited?
I'm very excited because I know na your majority of your viewers or listeners are coming from Region 3, no? Maaring makarating yung istorya ko na sa mga lugar o sa mga makikinig na hindi pa nakakarinig ng aking story. So this is a very good opportunity for me to influence our scientists and
Yes.
technopreneurship out there.
And kami din po, Doc, very, very excited na po kaming makinig sa inyo. And I'm sure dito po sa mga Facebook Live viewers po natin, kung may mga katanungan po kayo mamaya para kay Doc, ay i-comment niya lang po ito sa aming live stream sa DOST-Central Luzon Facebook page.
Ayan. So, ayun po, Doc. Pwede niyo po bang ipakilala sa amin ang inyong sarili and ang inyong company and ano po ba yung mission nito?
All right. Well, of course, for everyone, no, everybody calls me Doc Ria, Doctor of Technology, and primarily yun yung dahilan kung bakit as a technologist I was able to come up with my own formulation. No? The reason behind yung aking paggawa ng ganitong technology, it's because I'm a civil engineer by profession. And when I was very young, at the age of 23, 2 years after I had my experience sa construction industry, I already became a contractor. And at that time, most of my projects are called wet works. Ito yung CHP laying, tile works, no, mga installation. Yan ang aking mga project nung bata pa ako. So, kumbaga, paborito ko talaga ang hollow blocks kasi nung araw kabuhayan ko siya. Then, later on, I was exposed in the academe. I fell in love with research. As in, no, I become first a social scientist. I published muna yung mga social science, social researches. Then I challenged myself to do experimental research because in engineering, when I handle research subjects, they are all experimental, and I don't want I want to show to my students that I also do the same burden no, that they're doing in school. Sinabayan ko ng experimental research, and so from falling in love with research, I fell in love naman with innovation. And I never knew at that time that this will become very disruptive in the market. So my purpose really is to come up with a replacement for traditional materials because the cement being being one of the most popular construction materials that we use in the market, contributes to 8% of the carbon dioxide emission. Plus, the built environment in itself contributes about 10% naman to the carbon dioxide. So, dalawa yung nila-lesson na minimitigate natin dito. No? So, in the future, my dream really is to replace the traditional materials being used in particularly in a housing project by 60%. Kaya I introduced a formulation. That formulation can be in a form of a hollow blocks, in the form of a tiles, in the form of a furniture, in a form of so many things as long as it is moldable.
Ayun. From construction to research to innovation.
Yes.
Talagang makikita mo parang kahit kung ano nasang situation si Doc Ria, no?
Nagta-thrive siya. Yes.
And yung passion niya, talagang
Nararamdaman po, diba?
totoo.
And, Doc, tanong lang po, saan po galing yung pangalan po na Polite Technology, ma?
Because in the on state, talaga ang gusto ko lightweight. Yun lang talaga yung gusto kong i-achieve, no? And then as you move on, as you go on, yung palang materials, when they come together, they create more than being lightweight. Kaya yung aking research, this is really deep tech, no? Umami talaga ako ng mga analytical tools, mga regression analysis to really determine the contribution of each ingredient to the overall mechanical properties of the material. I have done more than 1,000 specimens during my experimentation. Para lang malaman ng iba, I did a lot of optimization techniques and simulations, no? Kasi yung optimization, yan libo talaga yung specimen. Magkakagastos na ako ng sobra noon. Kaya yung sumunod na sa akin simulation technique na tinuruan naman ako na isang guru na balik scientist ng DOST, no? So in other words, yung technology na ito is hinango natin from various combined methodologies.
Ang galing. Siguro, ang galing po, Doc, kasi yun nga po, sa simulation na part, kasi alam ko po hindi siya talaga basta-basta. Ayun nga, and natutuhan niyo po yun from a balik scientist, and for sure po, malaki rin po yung naging, paano tawag dito, yung cost efficiency na natuto po sa simulation, ano po, Doc?
Rain, alam mo, ang nakakatawa ganito, na kasi yung scientist, kung ano na sinasabi niya, like finite element analysis, so I'm not practically interested. Kaya lang, nahulog, I dropped my phone in front of him. So when I dropped my phone, sabi niya, Ria, you know that we can easily simulate and compute at what height you can drop the phone without damaging it.
Wow.
Oh my God, I need that. Sabi ko, I need that. Well, apparently, I am, honestly at the time, medyo overloaded na ako sa mga ginagawa ko. I can no longer learn the whole technique of simulation myself. So you know what I did, guys? Ito yung isa sa maganda sa journey ko, no? So I put up an organization called Finite Element Institute of the Philippines. This organization, together with the Balik Scientist, and also we partner with the OST ITDI, we trained the young professionals or the graduating students, mainly coming from the manufacturing sector and the construction sector, mga mechanical engineers at saka civil engineers. Nahingi kami ng fund from the OST to train them. So, ang ibig sabihin, nag-train ako ng mga tao to do the analysis for me. Kasi if I'll be the one to learn the analysis process, it may took me some time to learn, no? Kasi syempre, sa age din yung may learning, very technical yung knowledge. So, ganun yung nangyari hanggang sa ang dami ko nang na-publish ng mga journals regarding the capabilities of Polite. on a more cost-efficient way na hindi ko na kailangang i-destroy, maging destructive
yes
yung
po.
testing ko, no? So, meron na nga akong mga initial parameters coming from the laboratory and the rest are now simulated, lalo na yung impact ng earthquake, ng typhoon. No? We really simulate yung mga typhoon na earthquake that are historically affecting the Philippines.
So, yun talaga yung power ng simulation po, ano?
Basically, no, it's a wall system and it can be of any form. Kaya lang, um, unang-una, I have the optimization, the formulation itself. So the formula dictates the strength and the look of the materials. Doon sa formulation, na-customize ko yun, depende sa gusto ng kliyente. In fact, nagkaroon ako dati ng kliyente na gusto niya konti lang yung nunal. Yung nunal, yung parang mga imperfections or yung mga inherent beautiful speckles on the surface of the hollow blocks. No? So yun una yung nababari ko yung formulation. And then nababari ko yung sizes niya. So pwedeng hollow block size daw I introduce the hollow block size for me to get the market. Kasi kapag ini-introduce, nung una ko siya in-introduce, maliit eh. Sabi ko, ayoko siya introduce na katulad ng ordinaryo. So, sabi ko, I'll introduce it as small size. Nahirapan ako mag-explain. Kasi kapag pinipitch ko siya sa mga contractors, parang ang daming tinatanong, paano to? Pag i-join ko na siya, what if the structure is a combination of polite and an ordinary hollow blocks? So just to lessen and for easy adoption and for easy understanding, I decided that my first set of molds will be the sign of a hollow blocks para madali na siyang maintindihan at may sense na madali ko din siyang maiko-combine sa isang existing concrete hollow blocks. Ang hollow blocks na ito does not need any special skills to install it. An ordinary mason and an ordinary person who knows how to do construct can easily install my material para gawin yan. No? And then yun nga, meaning I should be part of the design process. Paint, gusto mo ng brick, tile, dadaling ko na yon sa site, ready to install. So ilalagay mo na lang siya, and then so less mess, the less mess will generate also savings, no? So straight na. Baka nang masyado pang problemahin. Kaya I can do all colors.
So, ayun, parang yung ano pala, may formula pala si Doc, no? So, dun po nakadepende yung magiging itsura po and size, Doc, nung hollow blocks.
Yes.
Sabi nga ni Doc na, no, customizable siya.
Tsaka, parang sa AVP kanina, may iba-ibang design din po siya, Doc, no? Hindi
Yes.
po siya
Literal na pasok dun sa aesthetic purposes ng isang, kasi 'di ba yung hollow blocks po, tama po ba yung term, Doc? Pinapalitadahan para po maging makinis. Ganyan. So, sa polite po, kasi actually mukha siyang bricks eh. Di ba pag bricks, hindi naman na kailangan palitadahan. Parang lalagyan na lang ng combination of sand and cement. Tama po ba, Doc? Tapos yun yung pagpapatong-patungin. So, mag-aesthetically pleasing na siya. Pero pag hollow blocks, ayun nga, kailangan pang palitadahan, pipinturahan. So, ito yung polite, ina-address niya yung mga ganong, kumbaga, additional labor pa, no? And of course, yung kaibahan nga niya, sabi nga ni Doc, yung in terms of strength niya kapag sa typhoon, sa fire, given din na ang Pilipinas nga ay maraming disaster na, baga, yun nga, prone sa typhoons, ayan, and earthquakes also. So, ayun po, ano po yung pangunahing aim po natin? Bakit po nagkaroon ng polite hollow block, Doc?
sorry, medyo nag-choppy. What's the inspiration?
Ano po yung pinakang aim po natin? Ano po yung pinakang mission po natin? Bakit po nagkaroon ng Polite Hollow Block?
Well, dignity for housing. Because ngayon, yung mga nakikita nating mga ginagawang mass housing, sa totoo lang, no, baka konting lindol yan, mahuhulog na yan. At saka, hindi talaga siya maganda. No? Yung sa akin kasi, yung tatlong main feature niya, it's structurally safe, it's strong. And then second, it's beautiful aesthetically, sinabi nyo kanina, no? And then third, it is sustainable. So it is really taking care of our environment and our future. So nagkakaroon ng dignity yung family na titira sa isang tinatawag nating economic housing.
So literal na syempre, malaki po. Actually, na peace of mind yan sa family, no? Kapag alam nilang, okay, magkalindol man or magka-fireman, kumbaga, hindi ganun magiging, ano bang tawag ng partner? Malaki yung magiging negative effect dun sa isang home. Kasi nga, syempre, home dapat magbibigay sa atin ng peace of mind.
Yes,
Pero,
and safety, yun yung mararamdaman mo dapat.
kasi partner, ang dami.
Saka Lorraine, just to add up, it's not brittle. Kasi yung concrete, kapag siya ay nag-fail, nagpipira-piraso siya, tapos mahuhulog yung debris, no? Tapos mamamatay na yung mga madadaganan niya. So, ito kasi yung failure nito is like parang siya napupunit. So, yung mga debris niya, aside from it is really strong, aside doon, if it fails, no? Halimbawa, nag-fail na talaga ang lakas ng lindol, wala masyadong debris na mahuhulog sa tao or madadaganan siya.
Opo.
Opo, which is madalas yun yung
Nagiging
pira-pirasong
problema, yes.
partner, no?
Tsaka, yun, dahil nga lightweight nga po siya, di ba? So, pag, yun nga, compared sa concrete, kapag natumba na siya, hindi ganun siguro magiging kalala yung destruction.
Tsaka partner, upon seeing the news, no, yung mga pictures po ng mga lumindol sa ganito, lumindol sa ganyan. Una mo makikita yung mga two-story na mga bahay na parang, parang gawa lang sa buhangin. Kung titingnan mo, yung pagguho po niya napakabilis. And parang pag titingnan mo, parang napakalambot naman nung pagkakagawa. Bakit naman kaya naging ganon? Pero visible nga, na syempre, na hollow blocks nga po, yung ordinary na hollow blocks po yung ginamit sa pag-construct. And even yung ibang malalaking establishment, pag nakita natin sa news, yung hindi ko matandaan, pero parang sa part ng Mindanao din po yun, Doc. Yun nga, and makikita natin yung mga pictures talagang yung pagguho ng mga buildings, yun parang yun nabanggit ni Doc, yung brittle, no? Yung ordinary
But I
hollow
have
block.
to add, Lorraine, na kasi baka may mga nanonood, magtanong sila, is it the hollow blocks that fight for the earthquake, no? Yung construction kasi natin ng concrete, it always goes with the reinforcing bars. Di ba may mga, sila steel sa loob, no? So yung earthquake is tensile forces and technically, it is the rebars that take care the tension forces, and then it is the concrete that take care of the compression forces. So generally sa isang lindol, ang nag-a-act dyan yung bakal. So doon sa hollow blocks po, we still have bakal. So nilalagyan pa rin siya natin ng bakal, no? So but sa design kasi ng how many pieces or spacings of reinforcing bars that we will use inside it, nagkakaroon naman tayo doon ng efficiency din kasi dahil yung hollow block in itself is 1.3 better in flexure pagdating naman sa concrete hollow block. So nagiging efficient din siya pagdating naman sa pag-compute ng total kilograms of hollow blocks na ilalagay natin. Ganon din naman sa paggamit ng halimbawa ng hollow blocks, no? Na dahil matibay siya in terms of compression, mas nagiging optimized din yung size ng hollow blocks na ginagamit natin.
Pero ask ko lang po, Doc, kung si Polite Hollow Blocks po ba ay gumagamit reinforcing bars, yung typical po na reinforcing bars din po ba yung ginagamit niya sa mga pagipagitan?
Yes. The typical, oo. We cannot remove that.
Yes po.
Although, not for now. Not for now, no? Kasi there are some contractors who are actually challenging me na para sa isang one-story building or yung mga low-rise lang na mag-ano na ako, no, wag na akong gumamit ng mga structural components, no? Pero, by simulation, it is really feasible, pero in the actual, hindi ko po na ginagawa yung ganon. So, yung mga component like yung mga biga, mga poste, tapos yung paglagay ng mga reinforcing bars, nandun pa rin talaga sila.
So, Doc, dito po sa Polite Hollow Blocks, saan po nagsimula yung idea po para dito? Paano niyo po naisip na, ay, gagawin ko to? Paano niyo po nag-start?
Yes. Yes, because dahil I love wet works, no? Yun yung na-expose ko na when I was still very young. So, yun ang inuna ko muna is mimic the characteristic of concrete. Basically mimic, then replace them one by one. Alam niyo yung sa optimization, yung replacement na ginawa ko, guys, pa isa-isa. So talagang hindi siya ala chamba na nag-isip ako ng formula, tapos ginamit ko yung hindi. Isa-isa ko tinanggal sa equation. No? Pinapalitan ko pa din yung mga, tapos nag-try pa ako ng mga kaya yun yung nag-inspire sa akin kasi parang para sa akin dapat makapag-create ako ng something na mas makakatipid ako as a contractor, di ba? Makakatipid at saka mas yung pagmatibay, na yun inherently, no? Ibig sabihin ko na inherently, I really sinadya ko na mga structural components ang gamitin ko doon sa aking hollow blocks.
So, paano naman po yung naging journey niyo po from its concept to implementation po ng Polite Hollow Blocks, Doc?
Because it's a technology that is deep tech and kasama siya sa mga category na a matter of life and death. Kasi meaning, kapag nag-fail ako, madaming mamamatay, no? So it is something very long. Yung gestation period is very long. Took me years. Dahil sabi ko nga sa inyo, yung optimization process ko, yung ganong kadaming simulation pag optimize ko ng mga various materials, napakahaba na nangyari sa akin na experimentation. Tapos parang hindi naman talaga ako muna nag-focus na 100% of my time is doing my technology. Syempre, do bootstrapping. So meaning I spend my own money. In short, I need to earn during that time. And if we're talking of about 10 years of experimenting on the side, nauubos talaga yung pera ko doon sa sa pag-experiment. Until such time na talagang wala na talaga. So that's the time that, and nakakita na ako ng potential kasi ang dami na kasing mga contractor na pag nakita nila, they're so amazed and they really wanted to use it na, pero kulang pa talaga sa experiment. So that's the time na kailangan ko na lumapit sa Department of Science and Technology. So yung ordeal ko talaga, ang journey ko talaga is dinaanan ko yung very raw experience sa isang nag-experiment, nag-research, and then naubusan ng pera, nag-bootstrap, and then ngayon kumuha ng seed money from Department of Science and Technology. And then naghanap ako wala naman akong planta. So, humanap ako ng kaibigan na angel din siya. Yung kaibigan ko na yon, pinagamit sa akin yung planta niya. And then, paggamit ko ng planta niya, kasama yung mga equipments niya. Tapos, pati yung pag-train ng mga tao. Because yung perfection, yung pagpapaganda ng product. Kasi ako yung formulation, tapos paano siya binubuo. Pero yung pagandahin nito, technically, I was aided by an industry partner na tumulong sa akin. And then it's really very hard kasi kung magpapagawa ka ng bahay, syempre yung magiging adapter mo, isipin nila na pinaghirapan ko yung pera ko eh. Tapos ako ngayon na magiging first adapter mo, 'di ba? What if pag pumalpa ka, 'di ba? So, I also have angels, my friends, na pumayag sila na maging first adapter. So, up to now, ganun pa din kasi kailangan ko naman ng malaking planta nasa out my own. So yun naman din, ibig sabihin, the journey really is an ongoing process para talagang ma-achieve mo yung lugar or yung status na gusto mong ma-reach ng technology mo.
But saka yun nga po sa construction na talagang buhay yung kapalit. Kumbaga, napaka-crucial po ng pinagdaanan. Kasi sabi nga ni Doc, no, talaga mabusisi yung naging optimization process. And nabanggit nyo rin po, Doc, dekada yung naging journey para po makapunta po sa puntong ito. Ayan. So, ayan po.
Ay.
Partner, go partner.
And Doc, yun po, nakwento niyo po yung naging journey niyo. Sa journey po na ito, Doc, ay sino po yung mga naging katuwang niyo po sa pagbuo nung innovation po na ito, and ano po yung naging papel ng DOST sa journey po na ito?
Alright, so because in the invention process it's me, no, DOST have been very had helped me a lot through its technicum program. So I was given a grant, and for everyone's knowledge, yung 'di ba yung grant is you'll not repay it, 'di ba? It's given to you so that you can use it for some of the kasi pre-commercialization phase. So, para do sa mga natitira ko pang mga experiments bago ko siya mailabas sa market. So, yun yung malaking naitulong sa akin ng DOST. Because of that funding, I was able to completely identify yung tinatawag natin standardization of my material. Halimbawa, pag ilalabas ko yung material, minsan may maitim, may maputi, may maliit, may malaki. So yung how do I standardize everything on the product itself and on the process. Okay? So they also help me to do kung ano yung mga mini tools or machines na kailangan so that I can also standardize the process. So because of the OST, I was able to collect all the data and was able to project what I really needed para ma-launch ko siya ng 100% to the market. Aside from the OST, as I mentioned kanina, yung mga tumulong sa akin along the process are the industry partner. And then, yung mga unang taong angel partners, no, na nagkipag-partner sa akin at that time. And then yung mga initial adopters ng Polite Technology. Also to mention yung si Dr. Vicente D. Reyes, balik scientist, who helped me out in my in the finite element analysis or the simulation process. At saka DPWH also assisted pagdating sa mga minimum requirement of testing na naging staff ko, no, na tumulong din sa akin for to master the art regarding the perfecting the technology, no. So syempre may mga inutangan, di ba? Di ba ganun kasi talaga ang hirap na baka kasi alam nyo guys, ang hirap talaga na nagsisimula, no. You really have mangungutang ka, it's really an ongoing teaching di ba? So, kailangan mo talaga yun para maitawid mo yung technology mo. So, and sino pa ba? So, madami pa. And then, isa pa sa naitulong sa akin ng DOST is yung promoting me. Apparently, guys, nung nananalo kasi ako sa season, it's a pandemic period. So, ang tawag sa akin, pandemic baby, no? Ang ibig sabihin nun, instead na hindi ko naranasan masyado na ipapadala sa ibang bansa. Kasi I was sent to other country virtually. Kasi nga, pandemic, no? Hindi katulad yung mga nanalo na hindi pandemic nakapunta sa iba-ibang mga bansa. But yung konti na pag-promote sa akin, lalo na ngayon, yung pag-promote sa akin ng DOST sa London Tech Week, gives me more traction. Nagkaroon ng validation that really is the technology is something that we can really showcase to the global stage. At nabuo ulit yung, nakita natin yung kailangan na talaga na i-pull in natin yung mga resources na pwede ibigay ni DOST so that, I can manufacture big volume. Kasi nga, bahay kasi, di ba, wala namang bumibili ng hollow blocks na isang peraso. So, di ba, yun ang problema sa akin, no? Pag may bibili, syempre, bulto-bulto, no? So, kaya kailangan talagang maiayos yung buong process kung paano makakapag-manufacture at yun din na magdidikta ng presyo. So, ang dami ng support sa akin ng DOST, lalo na sa exposure.
Ayan. Aside sa standardization po, malaki po ang naging tulong ni DOST in terms of promotion and exposure talaga. Si DOST talaga pupunta ka niya sa mga network na kailangan mo, na kailangan ng yung business. And of course, the industry partners and yung kanina pa nimang minabanggit ng Angel partners niya and Dr. Vicente Reyes, na balik scientist. Tama po ba si Doc Reyes po yung tumulong po sa inyo sa simulation?
Yeah, but he passed away during pandemic. So, sayang nga kasi we're trying to ituloy yung Finite Element Institute of the Philippines, pero talagang pag wala na yung pinaka-expert, no, parang nagkakaroon siya ng konting weakness. So, nagtatry kami from the people na na-train namin at saka with DOST ITDI na mag-continue pa yung pag-push ng FEA sa industries.
Hopefully po magkaroon po ng susunod na Doc Vicente Reyes para po maituloy and mas marami pang makinabang po sa organization and sa aim ng organization, of course. So, ayun po, tinitingnan ko po yung Polite Hollow Blocks. Mukha po siyang iba, medyo mukhang bricks. Yun nga, parang puzzle. And yung kaninang present yung sa lababo part ng
Yes,
tao.
tiles naman yung ibang design.
Mukhang tiles siya na hindi lang, parang mas maganda pa nga siya sa tiles actually. So, ayun po sa mga nakasubok na po ng Polite Hollow Blocks, ano po yung mga naging feedback po nila?
Well, so far, okay naman. Medyo lang yung, meron kasing, sa research din namin, may mga tiles kasi kami na, meron siyang, what you call this, optimized sizing of the tiles para mas okay siya as against to the so-called contractions, no? Or yun, there's another word din. Kasi di ba meron ang materials nagre-react siya sa extreme heat and extreme coldness, no? So, yung reaction ng Polite to those extreme weather conditions has to fulfill yung mga ratio aspect ng width versus the height, no? So meaning may mga iba kaming minomodify pagdating sa aming mga tiles when it comes to doon sa specific needs kung saan sila gagamitan. Kasi yung tiles po ginagamit sa floor, sa wall, no? Yung mga ganong klase ng aspeto. But generally, maganda ang dating ng Polite. No?
And ayun po, dahil naging maganda naman yung feedback and si Doc ay na-expose na sa mga sa different sa international mga competitions din po, Doc, di ba? And recently po yung sa London Tech Week nga. Actually, doon po namin kayo na kita, Doc, sa promotion po from DOST TAPI. So, kaya po namin kayo parang bagay sa program natin to. So, na-invite po namin kayo dito, Doc. And doon sa mga nasalihan niyo po na mga ganun po, Doc, may natanggap na po ba kayong pagkilala, milestones, or achievements po throughout the years?
Yes, kasi when I become the first recipient ng Good Design Award in the Philippines, no? That was 2019. And from there, nag-took off ako na parang sobrang high na gumano, no? So, naging Alfredo M. Yao Intellectual Property Award. Siyempre, ito yung most sought IP award sa Pilipinas, no? And then, of course, nanalo din ako sa DOST regional competition, yung RISE. And then, aside from that, sumali ako sa mga competitions abroad. I have included in the top 500 promising technology in slingshot competitions. Tapos aside from that, syempre, maybe because of that, I was appointed by the president as a executive member of the National Innovation Council. Tapos hindi pa yung mga awards pa coming from the schools and university where I came from. Of course, in-awardan ako ng kung saan ako nag-aral na elementary, high school, college, and even to the universities kung saan ako nag-work and naging connected, no? So, kumbaga sa recognition, nagsunod-sunod siya. Parang every year, there's a recognition.
Talagang deserve na deserve po ang inyong mga recognition, Doc.
And ito, i-mention natin, kailangan nating i-mention.
Yeah.
Yes.
Go partner.
Mrs. Universe ng 2026 sa Asia Pacific. Doc, can you talk about ISPO?
Naisabay pa ni Doc. Sling yung competition,
yes. Nanalo pa siya.
Grabe.
Siya yung crown. Siya yung queen. So, nasa harap tayo ng queen ngayon.
Yeah. The Mrs. Universe Philippines is an advocacy competition, and I represent voice of the scientific community. Pinakita ko sa tao na ang mga scientists ay magaganda din at nagagawa ng impact sa ating lipunan, no? So yung naging award ko, ito lang yun nung June, mine is the North Pacific Asia Award.
Saktong-sakto yung background ni Doc.
Yes.
Talagang parang may pasilip ng universe yung kanyang background.
Yes.
Talagang makikita naman po and nararamdaman namin ni partner, and of course, malamang yung mga viewers and listeners din natin na literal na beauty and brain, si Doc Rhea.
Actually, madami akong natutunan. As someone po na hindi naman po like from a science background and technical na science background. So, marami po akong natutunan ngayon, Doc. So,
And very
thank you
inspiring,
po.
Kasi
Inspiring
at
din.
23 years
23.
old, tama po ba, Doc? At 23, contractor na po kayo. Grabe, parang kagagraduate ko pa lang noon. Kamamarcha ko pa lang po ng
Totoo.
graduation site ng
Yes
aming
po.
university.
So, very nakaka-inspire siya.
Tapos si Doc contractor na, no? Pero kumbaga isipin natin sa iba yung age na yan, ma-achieve nila at the age of 30, 40, or kung ano pa mga edad. Pero si Doc at 23, ayan.
And as a woman in STEM, di ba?
yes.
Dahil babae si Doc, parang
mas nakaka-inspire lalo,
nakaka-inspire,
no?
yes.
Lalo na construction industry, and din as contractor, kasi karamihan ng kilala nating contractor, mga lalaki.
yes.
Pero
Parang
pinatunayan ni Doc na kaya.
she is
Kayang-kaya
a
ng mga
woman in
babae.
male-dominated fields. Yes, si Doc.
Ayan. So, ayun po, Doc, sa mga susunod naman pong, or sa mga ini-aim niyo po in the near future and plans, ano naman po yung inyong mga plano para sa hinaharap, say 5 to 10 years po sa kabuuan ng Polite Technology Incorporated, and then of course, the Polite Hollow Block.
Okay, by the way, I captured my raw experience. Mabanggit ko lang, no, because yung raw journey ko as a technopreneur, it validates a curriculum in Masters in Business Innovation. So, because of this, kinapsulize ko yung aking journey sa isang planner na ang tawag is the Feminine Genius Planner. So, nilaunch ko to last March 2025 para magamit siya at maging guide siya ng mga tao. This is a planner na parang instruction. Step by step, tinuro ko kung paano niya gagawin yung 5 phases na isang journey na isang innovator. So, in the near future, 5 to 10 years from now, this is really what I wanted. I really wanted to become a unicorn. Kaya talagang there were some cases na nanalo sa Design Award and I got a scholarship doon sa Innovation Creative Enterprise. So I joined the class. Tapos pag sinasabi ko I wanted to be a unicorn, parang I know that some people will say, are you crazy? And then one classmate sent me a PM. Sabi niya, hey Ria, I wanted how you wanted to manifest so many good things in your life and I admire you for the kind of future that you want. No? Aside from becoming a unicorn, since nga nung na-appoint ako ni President, I really am helping the inventors and innovators of this country, especially so that I am the president of the Filipino Women Inventor Society. So I want to upgrade the situation of our scientists and I launched my own program called Invento Masagana. Yung Invento Masagana, this is an e-commerce platform and an end-to-end ecosystem where I do not just support the MSMEs or the inventors, but I also teach the grassroots to adopt and to support Tatak Filipino. Kasi kung susuportahan ko yung inventors na pero wala namang buyers, no? So I am into educating our grassroots and community in general of a certain mindset. Ito na tawag kong purple mindset where dapat ginagamit natin yung ating sariling isipan para mag-create ng wealth and you. So I wanted to see many people having a purple mindset, many people adapting Filipino, and many people being patriotic, no? Adapting, changing the brands na sana bili na nila yung Tatak Filipino. Ganoon din naman sa Hollow Blocks, no? I wanted to see houses, mass housing being built with Polite products.
Ayun.
Ayun. And Docs, para naman po sa mga interested po dito sa Polite and sa Polite Hollow Blocks po, saan po sila pwedeng magtungo or sino po yung pwede nilang kontakin?
Punta lang sila sa Facebook page ng Polite, yung Pol-Dash, kasi po, nilalig akong dash, Pol-Light Technology Inc. Facebook page. Mag-chat lang po sila kung saan mo ako kinontak na yan. So, chat lang po sila doon and then the team will automatically respond to them.
Yes, ayun po. Pwede nyo pong kontakin sila Doc if interested po kayo sa Facebook page na Po-Light Technology Inc. And ayun po, very responsive po sila Doc. So, madali lang pong kayo makakapag-reach out through Facebook po.
Ayan. Ngayon po ay magbabasa naman po tayo ng mga questions from our live viewers. Ayan. So, meron po dito from Sir Arvin J. Hello po, Sir Arvin. Talagang every episode natin, no?
Isa ding active din dyan.
So, Sir Arvin, hello po, Dr. Canlas. I am from Kalumpit din po, katulad ninyo. May I ask po about their durability when exposed to water for a long period? Specifically, if these blocks are used in flood-prone areas like Kalumpit, Bulacan, would prolonged exposure or even submersion in floodwater affect their strength, integrity, or lifespan? Ayun po. Is there already any testing or data on their performance under these conditions?
Hello, fellow Kalumpitenyo. Kalumpit is now submerged in water. I'm really from Kalumpit. No? Mahal na mahal ko ang Kalumpit. Mrs. Bulacan ako, by the way. Mrs. Philippines
Wow. Sorry.
Bulacan. So when it's non-porous, there is no seepage of water within the whole body of Polite. And yes, there has been testing that hindi magpe-penetrate yung water doon sa loob. So therefore, if you put Polite and submerge it in water, hindi dadaan yung water, hindi magpapass through. Provided that you protect the the joints. No? If you're connecting one Polite to another Polite, yung joint na magdudugtong sa kanila, dapat yung liquid form din ng Polite. Kasi kung gagamit tayo ng panduktong natin, typically, gumagamit naman tayo ng cement, mortar, para magtugtong sila, magkabit-kabit sila, no? Or foam concrete. Pero kung talagang gusto natin ng talagang watertight yung ating construction, kailangan siyang gumamit ng liquid form of polite as the paste at hindi na po magsisip ang water. Actually, doon sa mga pinagamit namin ng polite, doon sa ilalim na kung saan gumagamit na yung foundation, sa wall footing ng wall, gumagamit pa sila ng concrete hollow blocks, ordinary concrete hollow blocks. Kasi nanghihinayang na gamitin yung magandang hollow blocks, ilalagay mo lang sa ilalim ng lupa. Tapos yung naka-expose, yun na yung concrete hollow blocks. Yung testing naman ng actual na, kunwari, ginamit ko talaga siya na panglaban sa baha, hindi ko pa siya nagagawa. Soon, gusto kong gawin sa Kalumpit. So, kung makakapagtayo na kami doon ng sample ng polite, talaga mapapatunayan na pwede siyang ilagay sa perimeter wall ng isang bahay, hindi ka papasukin sa loob. Kaya nga lang, pag ginamit mong ganon, meron ka din kasing pintuan, di ba? Meron ka din kasing bintana, no? Yung bintana at pintuan, hindi naman siya gawa ng polite. So, yun ang hahanap para pumasok siya sa loob. Yung mga dugtungan.
Ayun. So, dahil to answer the question po, dahil ito pong yung materials po ng polite, Doc, ay non-porous, tama po ba? So,
Yes, okay.
hindi po siya like parang hindi siya ma-expose yung sa sa water. Hindi siya ganun hindi magiging ganun yung effect niya.
Tatagas, no,
Oo,
partner?
parang-
Kasi
Wala talagang tagas.
Opo.
Wala talagang pores.
kadalasan po lalo sa mga pader, kaya mas madaling nasisira yung ibang kisame or yung mga haligi dahil nga tumutulo doon na nagpa-pass through dahil nga porous yung ating material gawa po dun sa hollow block. So, ito pong polite hollow blocks, Dr. Ria, ay nagamit na rin po ba siya sa both residential and commercial buildings?
Yes, oo, nagamit na siya sa bahay at saka sa commercial yung mga offices.
Oh. So, ayun po, in terms of sustainability po, saan po mainly gawa yung material from polite para masabi po natin na it's sustainable?
There are two basic components of polite. We have the binder. In an ordinary concrete, the binder is cement. And then we have the fillers. So in my case, I don't use cement. So I do use liquid binders of my own composition.
Wow.
And these are a combination of, there is also a component of organic and inorganic binders that I use altogether. No? So this is a liquid form. And then titigas na siya. Yun namang mga binders ko, I use a combination of geomaterials. All are made of structural aggregates and also a part of agricultural waste material. Kasi yung technique kasi doon yung the different sizing of the aggregates that make it more strong.
Ayun po. So, yung binder po niya, Doc, is completely, yun lang po yung binder din? Or, kumbaga yung sa gravel and sand po, gumagamit pa rin po ba tayo ng ganun as parang pinakampalawan po ng ating polite hollow blocks?
Yeah, yun yung fillers ko. Oo. Yun yung fillers ko
gravel
ng
and
mga
sand.
structural
Ah,
geomaterials and agri-waste material.
okay. Ayan. Parang so far, meron pa ba tayong question dyan, partner?
Wala naman na po tayong question, pero may comment po tayo from Miss Marivic Rivera. Hello po, tita. Ayun po, thank you po, Dr. Canlas, sabi po ni Ma'am. And congratulations to Dian Lorraine and UST Central Luzon for a very rich knowledge week. Ayan. And
Hello po,
syempre,
tita.
hello po. That's all thanks po sa ating guest ngayon na si Doc Ria. And,
Ayan. Grabe po yung inspiration na ibinigay nyo, Doc Ria. Kasi aside from, ayun nga, ilan sa mga role ni Doc Ria, aside sa entrepreneur, academician, innovator, and of course, a beauty queen.
queen, yes, na may advocacy,
Talagang
di ba?
kitang-kita naman kay Ma'am sa the way she talks, pag nagsasmile si Doc.
Tsaka
and sa pag-
titignan mo pa lang si Doc.
Oo, yung presence, talagang, andun na yung, ano bang tawag dun, partner?
The air of elegance.
It's giving.
It's
Ayan, the aura is giving. Sabi nga po sa mga Gen Z term natin
Yes
ngayon.
po.
Yan. So, ayun po. Thank you so much po. Thank you so much po, Dr. Ria, sa inyong mga shinare, knowledge, aside from knowledge, and ayun yung passion niyo po. Talagang ramdam na ramdam namin na kahit saan idala si Doc, talagang kaya niyang islay. Yung slay po ay yung term po na ginagamit na magiging excellent ka doon sa ginagawa mo.
Opo.
Ayan po.
And Doc, baka may gusto po kayong batiin, i-promote, i-shout out po. Ayun po.
Oo. I'd like to greet my Mrs. Universe friends. Ayan na. So, also, nagpapasalamat ako sa DOST, of course, kasi para sa akin, napakalaki ng naging tulong nila. And the DOST beside me, I already gained the trust and confidence also of the other people na kinakausap ko ngayon. At hi to Sir Asek Napoleon Manilio, Sir. Tuloy-tuloy na natin yung ating land bank loan. At saka sa lahat po ng mga pamilya ko dyan sa Kalumpit, mag-iingat po kayo yung lahat dyan. Thank you po sa inyo, Central Luzon. DOST Central Luzon.
Thank you po, Doc. Thank you so much po.
Ayan. So, isang makaagham na talakayan na naman po ang pinagsaluhan natin ngayong hapon. Muli po, maraming salamat po ulit, Doc Ria Canlas. Muli binabati po namin ang lahat ng bumubuo ng DOST Central Luzon, ng PhilMec, ng Radio Agree at ng Access Network TV. Kasama na rin po ang lahat ng sumubaybay sa atin ngayong hapon. Ang mga, of course, nakasama nating nakinig at natuto, isang agham na ramdam na hapon po sa inyong lahat.
At mga kaagham, huwag po nating kalimutang i-follow ang aming Facebook page, ang DOST-Central Luzon pati na rin po sa YouTube at TikTok din with the same name po, DOST-Central Luzon, para manatiling updated sa aming mga programs and activities. Pati na rin po ang Facebook pages ng aming mga PSTOs, ang DOST Aurora, DOST Bataan, DOST Bulacan, DOST Nueva Ecija, DOST Pampanga, DOST Tarlac, and DOST Zambales. Paki-invite na rin po ang mga friends nyo na mag-follow para updated din sila sa mga serbisyong hatid ng DOST Central Luzon.
Yan, meron po tayong pahabol dito. Basahin ko lang saglit, partner, no? From Ma'am Josie Faustino Goyena. Hello, Miss Dian Esther Briones.
Hello
And
po.
of course, from Ma'am Johnny May Sikat Asug Bautista. Thank you po, Doc Ria. Ayan. So, po, nais din po namin ipabatid na maaari ninyong balikan ng replay ng aming mga episodes sa DOST Central Luzon YouTube channel, pati na rin sa YouTube po ng Radio Agree 90.1 FM PhilMec, ay mapapakinggan din po ang aming mga replay sa kanilang radio tuwing weekends. So muli po, maraming salamat sa pagtutok sa ating talakayan. Hatid namin ng iba't ibang serbisyo patungkol sa siyensya, teknolohiya at inobasyon ng DOST. Sa ngalan po ng aming Regional Director, Dr. Julius Cesar V. Sicat, ako pong muli si Lorraine Custodio.
At ako naman po si Dian Briones, ang nakasama nyo ngayong hapon sa ating programa. Subaybayan muli kami sa Lunes, alas 3 hanggang alas 4 ng hapon sa programang maghahatid sa inyo ng weekly dose of knowledge and good vibes. Sama-sama ulit po tayo next week. Dito lamang yan sa Ayos na Ayos sa DOST Season 4.
May mga katanungan ba sa iyong isip?